Thank you for joining us. I'm Andy Stry with Diamond Coat Building Products, and today we're going to show you the new vertical siding from LP SmartSide. We're going to discuss the differences between the 7/16 and 3/8 panel thicknesses, along with the batten trim thicknesses. Most importantly, you'll learn how to simplify your board and batten installations. We'll show you how to do that utilizing our protective trim system that helps reduce touch-up paint and also incorporates our other Diamond Coat accessories. Let's start by taking a look at the differences between the options. So starting with our 7/16 option, which uses the 7/16 thick panel, as well as the 4/4 batten strip trim. The 7/16 panel is available in 4 foot by 8 foot, 9 foot, and 10 foot lengths. We start by applying our 5/4 trims first. So we have our nail fin outside corner and we have our 5/4 trims. Next, the 7/16 panel would go on top of the 5/4 trim nail fin, and then lastly, our 4/4 batten strip goes on top of that. The problem with this type of application is that the 4/4 batten strip ends up being proud of the 5/4 trim, something that detracts from the look and we want to stay away from. Let's show you how to do that next. So to eliminate our 4/4 batten strip issue where it's proud of the 5/4 trim, we're going to show you how to do the 7/16 install where we don't have that issue. It begins with our 7/16 panel on top of the wall first, then we put our 5/4 nail fin corners and 5/4 trim on next. You can see we removed our nail fins from our 5/4 trim and added the face nail there. Again, that's where the increase in labor comes into play with this option. So let's show you how the rest of the installation works. So it begins with making sure that we detail our flashings above our windows properly. So we gap off our flashings 3/8 of an inch. We begin with a 7/16 piece of the panel siding and cut that to the same size as what our 5/4 window trim is going to be. Next, we install our 5/4 trim above the window header. Then we utilize the flashing above that trim, making sure that we detail that to the weather-resistant barrier. You may have to bend this flashing on site because there's not a lot of options for the 1.5" trims that you're going to encounter with the panel and trim thickness. It continues with installing the panel. You can see again the labor increases by having to notch the panel to incorporate the header of the window trim. We install the panel, again leaving our proper 3/8 gap above our flashings. And then we put on our 5/4 trims. We continue with the rest of the trim around the window, now with the trim being installed on top of the panel. And then again, the rest of our 5/4 trims, whether this be a band board or any other type of 5/4 trim on the project. Lastly, we round up with our 4/4 batten strips. And you can see now the 4/4 batten strips are set below the face of the 5/4 trim, again eliminating that issue, only with the added time and labor involved into touch-up painting face nails, as well as the detailed cuts. Now let's compare our samples with the new option versus the 7/16 option and show you why the 3/8 option is our better way to go. So comparing the samples, we have our 7/16 panel on this side. We have our new vertical 3/8 thick panel on this side. We also have our 4/4 batten strip trim, which we've seen, and now our new 19/32 2.5 inch wide batten strip. Obviously the panels are different thicknesses, but again, the batten strips are also different thicknesses. So to show what that looks like as we assemble them, again, the 4/4 batten strip butted to the 5/4 trim leaves us the batten strip proud of the trim, which we were trying to get away from. With our new vertical siding and 19/32 batten strip trim butted to the 5/4 trim, now we have the batten strip below the face. So showing our new 3/8 thick vertical siding, which is 16 inches wide by 16 feet long, with our 19/32 thick by 2.5 inch wide batten trim, which we just saw. This new option is also going to be available in a 3/8 thick 4 foot by 8 foot, 9 foot, and 10 foot panel as well. So this system installs utilizing our protective trim system first. So we have our nail fin outside corners as well as our nail fin 5/4 trim. Our 3/8 thick panel is going to install over top of those nail fins, and then lastly our 19/32 batten strips installs on top of those. You can see leaving them below the face of the 5/4 trim, the look that we're trying to achieve.